Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jerome Baker make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away.
Now Hill to return it.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Throwing to start the drive.
Morrison. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing on 1st down. Morrison.
He's going to find his tight end. That's Hunter Long.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Gets past one man. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharp. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, number 6 overall.
And the Dolphins are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
And as he throws, he lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers, it's not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on,
We'll
man.
with desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. Touchdown, Dolphins! Mike Gesicki, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
If you did know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, if they're out there, we'll see if they can pick those things back up. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. The numbers for Sanders last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Lawrence will throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Levante David racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Morrison. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes 2 to tango. Looking to throw on second down. Morrison. This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
What you doing out there, boy?
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Levante David, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. It wasn't the line that jumped that time, the second level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. Second level, probably because they moved up to the first level, and that hurts them. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jerome Baker in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. To throw on 2nd down, Morrison. That's out to his running back, Michel. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. On 1st and 10, Morrison. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life. No doubt about it. But you're stuck with me in this booth. Yes, and he's miles away and smiling. And happy. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there for the Dolphins. When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Sony Michel taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Lawrence's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all out.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Levante David in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
And this returnable for Hill.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. Morrison.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the 3rd quarter. Let me spit this out. The dangerous Hill now to return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the 2nd half?
Just continue to play smart football because they've got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Now a throw here to his running back. And just shedding him off there. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Back to throw. Morrison. There's Fuller for a Dolphin touchdown. Will Fuller. Touchdown number 15 of the year.
And the Dolphins open the lead up to 34-0.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, part of their struggles in the first half was their inability to convert consistently on third down. But how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time...
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. Touchdown! A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it is 42-0. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sideline and in the huddle looking at each other.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
And they'll throw on first. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On second down now, it's Sanders. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
That is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
They're running the jet sweep here to Parker. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On second down, Michelle. And Michelle will have the first down and more. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Sony Michel, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Sony Michel's touchdown scamper that polished the drive off. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On first down, Lawrence. This ball complete to Rager. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's Lawrence. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. The Eagles on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And Sanders has got it complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Only able to gain a couple there. And it'll be 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. A tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for them today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schlepp Rock, got that black cloud over their heads.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Will Fuller, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the Dolphins are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Yeah, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. To throw again on second down. Lawrence. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That will be their third and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's swung out wide to Sanders.
Power his way forward. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Now Lawrence. That'll be caught. Rager with it.
The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Lawrence. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now Lawrence. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On second and goal. Lawrence. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Looking at the late touchdown here, but still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Crew able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
So the extra point good, and a roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
It's a big play there for Miami.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime,
this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Moss. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Miami, they have indeed reached a perfect 16-0, but now still one game remains before they join the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to finish a regular season unbeaten. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.